All right. Good morning, beloveds. Dante is right here. He may make a cameo for you. I don't know. He's purring happily away. He's very happily purring. And we had a good day in the park. We got there early, like before the sun was up. So I got some interesting cloud pictures with the sun on it. I'll have to see how those came out. We did see the woodpecker. We may have seen one of the female cardinal, but we're not sure. Because there are a bunch of, it's migration time. So there was a bunch of birds in the park that you don't normally see. And we only saw one grackle, thankfully. And we did see a couple of blue jays. So, and the squirrels, and I guess they're just not in the front of the park, or they just woke up late. So, because we didn't see them until we were almost a mile into the park. No, well, I guess 3/4 of a mile. So, but we had a good date in the park. And that's what's important, right? We got the 2-mile walk in and interacted with some wildlife and had some music, and it was good. It was good. Okay. We are doing a new design for living. Let's do the housekeeping, and all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email info@creativelife.org. That will get you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month. The hot links are hot, and it's a blind CC. It means that nobody's going to see your email. You won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. I haven't said it in a while. I do mean one email a week. Occasionally, if something unusual happens, but the weather's been fairly lately, so, that's generally the reason you would get, if something happens, and it's all because we live in, the Gulf Coast, it's usually weather related. So no, you're not going to get to see Dante today. He's back on his pillow in the window. Okay. So a new design for living is The Process of Science of Mind. This is one of the last books that Ernest put out. And that's what it is. I like to say that Science of Mind is not a religion. It's much more of a philosophy than a religion. It's a lot like Buddhism in that. It's not really a religion. We don't teach you what to believe. We teach you how. What you believe is between you and the divine. But how to believe and why it's important is what we do. And that's what this book is. Jesse's been saying lately that, the universe, when you treat for something, the universe doesn't just hand you what you've treated for. The universe hands you a process to get you there. That's what this is. So, okay. What you doing, Dante? Your eyes are so pretty. You got those bright blue eyes? Okay. Man, I'm not going to need my light today because the sun's really good. I don't even need the glasses. I always like it when I got good bright sunlight, and right now the light is at the right angle. Okay. So we're in chapter 12. Look at the future. We've got 2 articles left, and today we have the great goal. A great burden of fear will be lifted from us when we come into the realization that the future of all humanity is a certainty, according to the very nature of the power that is greater than we are. Okay. It'd be interesting to see what he's about to say. Although I do know, because I know what we've been talking about this whole time. All right. Realization that the future of all humanity is certainty. Okay. All share equally in an eternal existence. We are all incarnations of God. God is what we are. God is not lost. Neither can we ever be. We never need to prepare to meet our God. Okay. We are meeting God every day. But what we do need to do, and what we will always be doing, is to express more and more of God's nature through ourselves. Oh, I did not see that coming. Okay. But what we need to do is to express more and more. Okay. This is the endless pathway. This is the immortal and eternal endeavor, the continual upward spiraling of our awareness of God. Oh, okay. Hang on. And then I'm going to start that sentence over again. The continual upward spiraling of our awareness of God as what we are. We may do it slowly or rapidly. We may delay it or we may hasten it. A greater knowledge, experience, and expression of God is always our goal, which may and must be ever more fully attained. Life is. It will never be more eternal than it is right now. The expression of it may change, but it can never change. Okay. All right. Ooh, I really like that. Okay. And now that the light's getting a little diffuse, my focus is getting a little weird. All right. We are all facing the ultimate future today, if we but realize it. The possible reward or punishment of any individual life is not for another to determine, for we are all punished or rewarded according to our own acts. Every person of necessity must be a law unto themselves under the one great law governing all things. The same goal lies up ahead of every person. How difficult they make their climb, how much they hinder themselves, is up to each individually. No one can act destructively or chaotically without suffering a logical result. But at some time along the pathway of experience, we will learn to follow a line of thought and endeavor more in accord with the nature of reality, which will produce only good. In the meantime, we need to remove all condemnation and judgment from our thought, for we realize that every person is on their own pathway and everyone will arrive. And I think there's hope in that last statement. Everyone will arrive. Which, honestly, that is the most Buddhist thing I have ever heard Ernest say. Because that's the idea of Buddhism. Buddha is not a god. Because there's been like 27 Buddhists. Buddha is a teacher. And Buddha is a state of an enlightenment. Buddha, when you reach Buddhahood, when you become the Buddha, is when you recognize, who and what you are. And you step off the wheel of incarnation. Okay? So Buddhists also have this concept. That's the word I'm looking for. Concept called a bodhisattva. Which a bodhisattva is somebody who has reached enlightenment, could step off the wheel of reincarnation, but chooses not to. They choose to stay until everybody is ready to step off the wheel. Because that's what he's talking about. He's like, look, everybody's on the same path. Even though it is each is on their own individual path. And the only person who can really get in your way is you. And I'm not saying, and he is not saying, that other people can't interfere with you. But for them to interfere with you, you have to give them permission to interfere with you. As children, we are taught certain things, okay? Once we get past a certain level of comprehension, then we get to choose whether we believe what we have been taught. And that's when we step out onto the path of our own. That's when the only person who can get in our way is ourselves. Because we reach that level of cognition where we can decide if what we have been taught is true. Or not. Or sort of true. And I have said before, and will say again, nobody can walk your path for you. We can walk beside each other. We can hold each other's hands. We can support each other, but nobody can walk the path. That's what Ernest just said, So eventually, everybody's going to come to the same conclusion. Some people are going to get there faster than others. And I like to believe that those people who have gotten there, I absolutely adore the concept of the Bodhisattva. I like to believe that those who've gotten there faster, are at least holding the light up for those of us who are a little further behind. It's one of the reasons why I adore Kuan Yin, because Kuan Yin kind of straddles that, the Bodhisattva, because she's called the goddess of compassion for a reason. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to stand here. I'm going to hold the light until each and every one of you is ready. So that you're not walking in the dark and you're not walking alone. We'll all get there, and we are going to be rewarded and suffer the consequences of our own actions. And so at some point, everybody's going to bump up against that wall and go, you know what? This isn't working. I got to try something new. So, but that's the hope. And that's one of the reasons why, and Jesse says this on a regular basis, and because, Ernest said it, whatever you want for yourself, you got to want for absolutely everybody. We'll all get there. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But the only person that I can truly affect is me. And the best thing that I can do is work on me, because the better, as I make a better version of myself, I interact with the world better. People have a better interaction with me. Hopefully that interaction with me, they walk away a better version of themselves. It's not anything that I'm doing other than being the best version of myself that I can be. And that's how we make a better world. So, be the best version of yourself you can be. Know who you are, which is a beloved expression of the divine, and do more of what you love. Do more of what you love. Do what lights you on fire. Because the world needs more of that, as Howard Thurman said. I wanted to make sure I got the right quote there. All right. I'm going to move on into the process of my day and encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, go take a walk in the park day, enjoy the cool morning day, a dance in the sunshine day, a cuddle your fur babies day. I'm going to have a catter day, although he's now completely asleep on his pillow. So we'll see. A eat something really amazing day, a tell somebody you love them day, a do what you got to do day, a make sure you take time to rest day, a build something beautiful day, whatever that looks like for you, day, I may be out of words day, and that's okay day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, I get it, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, an absolutely beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godly. All right? Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all is possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on. I have no idea what time he'll be on. I will probably be back around 3:30-ish. Because I'm going to read a chapter of Borg today, and then I'll be back on tomorrow. And tomorrow I get to go to the gym, so I should do this around 8:45. But there will be a Borg reading between now and then. I don't know what chapter I'm on. I think I'm on chapter 8. I don't know. I'll find out where my bookmark is. All right, beloveds, take care of yourself.